Okay.
No pressure on the chat.
No pressure. The pressure is on.
Oh, I see you.
You know. I'm making sure all my currency pins are showing so Mike doesn't yell at me. And I'm wearing my house shirt so Mike doesn't yell at me.
Right.
Okay. Everybody see that? You don't just go and buy this. You have to be gifted this, okay? Everybody make that note. Okay, it's designed at Currency Studio. I'm Sofia Vidal, and I am a photographer at Currency Studio. Photography to me is a different way to express yourself. So, I grew up always knowing how to express yourself with like paper and a pencil or pen. I wasn't even supposed to be a photographer. I was supposed to be a children's book illustrator. And photography was a complete accident. But when I got my first camera, I fell in love with a different way to express yourself visually. So one thing that I remember as a kid is I always wished my eyes were like able to take photos. Like I wish that the things that I see with my own eyeballs, I was able to like capture. And I never thought about picking up a camera. I was so like old school. I was like, no, like we gotta draw everything and do all this. And I don't know, it just gave me like a different way to express yourself. But I feel like photography is so powerful because you can literally capture moments. You can capture expressions. You can capture, it can almost take you a little, like you can time travel with a photo. And I love being able to capture that. And one of my favorite styles is really just like candid or street photography because those are the most raw. And, those are the moments that you can't rehearse or plan or make up. So, yeah. I don't even know if I was ever asked. I don't think I was asked. I think I got, I think Mike looked at me and said, we have a shoot coming up, right? And there's going to be a horse in it. And I was like, all right, bet. Like, I don't know. There was no real conversation. I was always with the shits. Like, it wasn't. But how did I feel about it? I think I fell in love immediately. Just because it was something different. It was something challenging for me. Working with farm animals. I'm very much a city girl, so you rarely would catch me on the farm, but I loved it. I mean, it was also really beautiful to just be a part of the whole experience, like get to know Mike's reasonings are behind the collection, makes you fall even more in love with the collection, seeing the work that Erica and Mike put into the collection makes you value the collection more. So honestly, the whole process has been really fun. Definitely a lot of work and still a lot of work to do, but I don't know, it's always like really good when all three of us work together. So, all Mike's gotta do is tell me what to do. Well, when I walked into it, initially it didn't mean anything because, it was not something that I created. But I feel like over time, understanding the collection and it's really like the story. The story is what matters the most. And I think that's why I keep emphasizing on like, the story being told and the story being captured in photos, video, so that people really understand that, it's something so much more than just the fabric. It's something so much deeper than the thread. And I don't know. I have like a really deep connection with the cape because the cape to me acts as like a safety blanket. Like Mike jokingly put the cape on me to show me how to style it, but I felt like I had an invisible cloak from like Harry Potter. Because I have really bad anxiety and I almost felt like this cape was like just like a blanket to cover like anxiety. I don't know, like I really fucks with that cape. It really holds me down. So at Currency Studios, I kind of handle anything visual related. And it basically will go like this. I walk into the studio, Mike's like, I have an idea. We talk about the idea. Most of the times it's a crazy ass idea. And, you know, I let Mike know what's possible and what's not possible. And what's not possible, we'll still fucking try to make it possible. Yeah, I really just like do my best to bring visuals to life and figure out different ways to like, you know, challenge them visually, because when you're dealing with an artist that also has anxiety, I feel like it's important to have support that's willing to challenge you in a healthy way. So I feel like Mike and I do that to each other, because like my social anxiety is trash. But you know, if Currency's having an event, Mike's like, come, and I'm gonna put on my cape. And you know, Mike and I will both have internal panic attacks together, but we'll get through it. But I feel like overall, like I'm just here to like be with the shits. I don't know how to word it. Like I'm Sophia, and I'm at Currency Studios, and I will bring shit to life, like Disney. So what my future holds, I don't have any fucking idea, okay? The way 2021 has started for me has taught me that you can't really have everything planned to the T. I think what the future holds for me is whatever I want to manifest. So, you know, right now I'm trying to figure out what do I want to manifest. But the way I see it is Currency has become a part of my life where I will always make time for, and I will always do my absolute best to be there and serve when needed. And I want to, there's many things that I want to do in life, but I always want to be able to have the advantage to include Currency in that if, you know, if it's appropriate. I don't know, there's like, Currency is just that brand for me that like, I'm always down to work with, I'm always down to like do something for, I'm down to give ideas, like, I don't know, that's a very heavy question. It's just always gonna be there, if that makes sense. There's a little house burned into my heart. Yeah, and I mean, I feel like, you know, even with me traveling, I would love to bring Currency outside of Baltimore. I would love to introduce different city cultures into Currency. I really want people to see more of how Erica and Mike work. I really want people to see really how much effort and time and, you know, attention to detail that they both put into all their pieces, because it's really easy to be an artist, create something, and kind of hoard it. So I feel like when it comes to Currency, we all three balance each other, because I'm here to build the bridge from, you know, a little bit of an introvert to being able to tell an introvert's story, if that makes sense. Because, you know, I'm an artist who definitely hoards her work, and I know that it means a lot of how your work is displayed or how it's put out into the world. So, you know, I feel like I have a really good understanding of how Currency wants to be portrayed from a visual perspective, and I understand how to challenge them in a way that benefits them without them being corny or going into a trend. Yeah, yeah. Love the brand. Good work. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. Any other questions? All right. Groovy. Okay.